Well, if it's Thursday morning, it must be time for the About Mansfield Consumer Advice Series. I'm Steve Casillo. Appreciate you being here today. We are live right now on Facebook. You may be watching the replay video on YouTube or LinkedIn. You may be listening to the podcast on Apple or Spotify or Google or Pandora or wherever podcasts go. Today, as always, as we do on Thursdays, we're talking about tree care. We've got your friendly neighborhood arborist here, and that would be Cameron Scott. Say hello, Cameron.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Today we're talking about a topic I had not heard this term before until yesterday when you brought the topic to me. But I've certainly seen it all over Mansfield, and that is called lion's tailing, or as I did a little Google research, basically gutting a tree is what it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so describe to the viewers, the listeners, what is lion's tailing? What does it look like so people know the description?
So lion's tailing is a style of pruning that it kind of it strips the tree of its interior branches and sprouts, so that the major branches are completely clean, and then there's just a little bit of leaves at the very end. It can be very extreme, where the trees look very uh, funny. You don't have any leaves until 30 or 40 feet in the air, or it could be very kind of more reserved, where you might have a lot of leaves, but the interior tree looks very naked.
Is this good or bad for the tree?
It's very bad,
Very
actually.
bad for the tree.
Very bad, yes.
Eh,
So it's
yeah, tell
bad
us why.
because what it does is forces new growth out at the very end. So if you keep stripping the tree year after year after year of its interior branches, all that new growth is going to be focused at the ends. And when you have that, that means more weight at the ends of the branches, and that means more torque that's being exerted along that main trunk. So after years and years and years of this being done, what you have is a tree that's probably a lot more likely to fail in a windstorm.
It's exactly where I was headed. Windstorm, so that, and then a windstorm comes around. Now you've got cracking, if not falling, branches, which can do damage to property.
Property, whatever's underneath. Yeah, the playground,
People.
sidewalk. Yeah.
All right. Why do people over prune their trees?
Well, sometimes they just don't know any better, and they hire Joe Schmo with a trailer and a chainsaw, and they just do what's easy, and that's just staying from the ground, or maybe they're in a ladder, and they just prune what they can reach, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
So
Sometimes they really they want to see the structure of the tree,
yeah.
and so they go about it where there's no selective pruning that's done. It's everything on the interior is coming out.
You're not saying that a professional, and I'm saying this in air quotes, tree service would actually come in and lion's tail a tree.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
All right, and we'll get into this, but Bartlett Tree Experts, and you are a certified arborist. You don't lion's tail a tree, and
No.
what?
Sometimes I have to walk a very fine line of what the client wants. What it means we need to shape these trees to frame the house from the street. Sometimes we do have to remove a fair amount of sprouts. Now, what I try to do is remove these sprouts in a way that is going to benefit the tree. When I say that, I mean leave the sprouts that could be future branches one day, and just remove the stuff that's probably growing down. Maybe it's wrapped around the other branches. Remove the unsustainable growth and leave the stuff that can become new and sustainable.
Once someone has done this to their tree, the stripping of the branches and the lion's tailing, what can be done to the trees to have that have been over pruned to help them recover?
Well, it kind of depends on the degree of the damage. In extreme cases, probably just some fertilization to try to recover that canopy that's been lost. In more minor cases, we can do some corrective pruning at the ends of the branches to try to force that new growth to come out through the center of the tree, and probably couple that with fertilization as well, just to try to recover that canopy.
Okay. We're in a time of season where things are starting to bloom, and it's not really pruning season right now, is it?
It depends. Generally speaking, fall and winter time is the best time to prune trees. However, that being said, as long as the tree is healthy and the pruning is done properly, it can be done pretty much any time of the year. Now, of course, there are some special cases. If you're in an oak wilt prone area, then there's some special considerations to take. But generally speaking, now is fine as long as you know what you're doing.
Okay. And so this time of year, let's talk about your projects specifically. What kind of calls are you getting from customers now that we're in spring and actually kind of really making our way into summer?
So yeah. Right now we're getting. I got a land clearing project that I'm taking on in North Arlington. I got lots. I've seen a lot of damage on magnolias over the last few weeks. I'm thinking it's drought related. Before our heavy rain event a couple nights ago, we really went about 3 or 4 weeks with no rain and really, really hot temperatures, and I think it just shocked the magnolias a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much all over the metroplex, seen just way more leaf fall than what is normal. But I think with that rain that we got a few nights ago, that really, really helped things.
As I mentioned in episodes past, we live in Mansfield. I don't know a homeowner in Mansfield that doesn't own a tree. If someone has a tree that they have a question about, how can they reach out to Cameron Scott?
Well, you can give me a call, 817-656-8733 to schedule an appointment, or you can send me an email at cscott@bartlett.com.
And we're coming into a long weekend, Memorial Day weekend. You got big plans for the weekend?
Might go down to Glen Rose, check out Dinosaur Valley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. It's our neighborhood, our friendly neighborhood tree arborist, and that's Cameron Scott with Bartlett Tree Experts. Give him a call, shoot him an email if you have a question about your tree. And Cameron, let's do this next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.